And we're back. Welcome to Six of Swords Tarot. It's your girl Bird, and I got Kendra up first. And welcome in. You know the drill. If you're called to donate, let me know. Gus Gus. Get it, Habibi. My cats are playing. Hey, Chris. Hello, hello. Welcome in. First, I have Kendra. And let me check my messages and see what she said. Let's look into, I'm going to see if Kendra joins. Welcome in. Thanks so much, Chris. Look into Fred. We get disagreement. Not entirely. Seems honest. Blah, blah, blah. Kendra, welcome. Give it to me straight. You know I will. Is he worth my time? Let's take a look. All right, welcome in, guys. We are just getting kicked off here. I'm going to open with a quick prayer, and we're going to jump right into it. I have Kendra, and then I have Chris for 2. All right, Spirit, I got the Valentine's set up, so hope you guys enjoy that. And we're going to get it kicked off. Archangel Michael, please protect this live stream. Please help me connect to whoever I need to connect to today for the highest and greatest. Spirit, please open me up to be a clear channel so I can deliver messages for the greater good, and so it is. All right, Kendra. So we want to know about this little Aquarius here. Let's take a look. Met him online. We had a disagreement. I'm still kind of weary. Not entirely sure how I feel. Seems honest. Seems very honest and kind of harshly. Let's get into the tea on him and how to proceed if he's worth my time. So for Chris and Kendra, because you guys are probably both watching still right now, let me tell you something. My intuition, I don't know what's going on with me, has been off the chain. I've been giving messages where I don't even have to pull the cards. I am going to pull the cards for you, but Kendra, the reason I say this is because I'm already getting information about this. So I am really, I did a deep meditation too yesterday with a friend, and then I did a reading Friday night, and then that Saturday morning, the person who I read for literally called and validated like crazy shit that I, like the most out of left field stuff. And then I had another crazy validation yesterday of stuff that's just coming to me. So I'm going to just flow here for a minute. With this Aquarius, make sure that you are trusting yourself, because if your body is trying to tell you something. Your body is a barometer. If you are feeling some type of way, you need to pay attention to this, Kendra. Okay? Hey, Virgo. Welcome in. And so that is what I want to tell you right now. I also switched out a ton of my decks too, so I'm so excited to jump into this with you guys. Because if your body feels off, like very triggered, there's something to be said for like healing with another person. But if you're feeling like super triggered, may not, be the best thing. But let's take a look here. What's going on with the Aquarius? Is the Aquarius, no worries, Virgo, we got you. So you'll be after Chris. You will be right after Chris. Yes, I'm doing really well, actually. Um, Honest, but kind of harsh. Sometimes tea on him. What's the tea? Is it worth my time? Well, we're going to jump right in. So sometimes people are just really like, as a way of negging, meaning like back in my day, like that used to be like a pickup artist term where they try to like criticize you, but you somehow feel like attached to them at the same time. Like that's kind of, it just seems very unnecessary. But let's take a look here. Yeah, Page of Swords. Three of Wands. Because here's the thing, like, and this is something we learn over time, like, and a girl, I could tell you stories as a Scorpio, like, we have death here, Scorpio energy. So it's like, if something feels intense or highly charged, that doesn't mean you have like good butterflies. That can sometimes be a warning signal. So let's just talk about his energy overall. Page of Swords. I feel like he is still very much a student of life, or should be a student of life. But when he comes off super harshly, or maybe even a little bit egotistical, it can come off as very much a-hole energy. Certain, not all, but sometimes Aquarius men can fall into this category where if their ego gets super, super inflated, they kind of just squawk, squawk, squawk. And and you want to know what this is reminding me of right now, and if you know, you know, this is how much I'm into like internet drama on YouTube. This is reminding me of like Caleb Hammer and D'Angelo Wallace's beef right now, because Caleb is an Aquarius man and he just like is flipping out, and all D'Angelo is just like sitting there and like acting normal. Anyways, I don't know if you know anything about that, but it's just kind of it's reminding me of that, and it's kind of making me laugh. Like, I feel like this guy, it's almost like he has to like one up. He has to be harsh and almost like one up so that he can kind of feel like, I am the authority, or I am most intelligent, or I am whatever. I don't know them. Yeah. And so that's the energy. He does want to meet with you. I think he does want to get to know you more. And I wouldn't be surprised, despite this, he doesn't have much self-awareness. And I think the emotional intelligence from him is lacking. He's not reading context clues. And if you're telling him, here's my concern with this guy. If you tell him something, he either can't digest it or he doesn't care. And so if you're expecting this guy to be emotionally intelligent with you, I don't think it's going to happen. It's almost like he can't help himself from doing what he wants to do, saying what he wants to say, even if he comes across as an a-hole. Seven of Pentacles. It also reminds me, I've encountered several Aquarius men in my day. There was one in particular that it was really funny because eventually I told him I was like super into astrology, and it was during COVID, so we were just like talking on the phone, and I asked, this is such a save from Spirit, and I asked this, sorry I'm telling this story, but I'm telling it just to give you more flavor for an Aquarius man and how they can operate. And so basically he revealed that he lied to me about his age because he wanted to date women in my age bracket. And then I was like, but then he said, and I was like, well, no, if you're going to lie to me about this. And I'm like, even if you revealed your actual age, like I probably would have still talked to you. But now that you're a liar, I just can't interact with you anymore. And he was like all upset. But it's like Spirit, astrology, thanks to Spirit, it was always saving me from liars, which is great. Seven of Pentacles. Take your time with this guy. Here's the thing. I don't feel great about it. We have Queen of Wands. You are beautiful. I think he's super attracted to you. We have Four of Swords. I would just kind of sit back and see what he does. And I wouldn't let him take up much of your time. Here's your little Aries bestie. And as I pull the Fool, I would give it. Here's the thing: if you're on the fence with this guy, I don't feel wild about him. I don't have any major love cards here. Seven of Pentacles says take your time. I think he might disappoint you again. Four of Swords, let him put all the effort in. And if you do feel interested in him, you know, maybe you meet up with him and give him a chance. But I don't really feel anything special with this guy. I feel like he's a little bit awkward. I feel like he doesn't really get social cues or understand women. He may also be the kind of guy who watches like podcast bros and is trying to like have you fit into this mold of what he thinks a woman is. He may even, entertainment purposes only, literally entertainment purposes only. He may think of women as objects and not people. And that's also a fear that I have about this guy. Yeah, we have a King of Wands. He's been in a relationship. But he's single now? Like, what's the deal? He claims to be emotional. Anyone who claims to be something, be worried about that. If he feels like he has to say everything he thinks. I've told you about my character. Yeah, no, girl. Yeah, you 100%. Yes, you are right. You have to see that character. Yes. Sometimes when he talks, I get super quiet and it makes him uncomfortable. Well, he sounds like he needs to do work on himself. You know what I don't like? You're very comfortable. Kendra, I hate to even bring this up in this reading. I don't want this to turn into another, well, maybe it's not the same thing, into another guy who's like monologue and talking and talking and talking, and you don't really have the chance to speak, kind of like the other guy that is in your life. But if he's feeling uncomfortable because you're not speaking, then maybe it's not the same thing. But I actually am going to pull from the Romantic Lenormand, and I'm going to pull from Dark Romance because I feel like we're kind of going down that road right now. Excuse me, sir. If he asks you out on a proper date and you want to get to know him, like, are you just speaking or you haven't met up in person yet? Yeah, if he's reminding you of someone that you know, and as you get older and you meet more guys, and if they remind you of like an ex or some guy you already dealt with, you're going to be like, yeah, I pretty much have your number. Snake. Oh, wow. Yeah, he is his biggest self-promoter. I think he's extremely self-involved, self-centered. We have lots of drama around him. I wouldn't be surprised if he is kind of like a wannabe player type. But the thing is like, to be a player, you actually have to have women that are interested. And I think he has left a little bit of trail of drama in his past. I wouldn't be surprised if he cheated as well. He may not tell you that. But here's the thing. If he asks you on a date and you want to go get that, as you say, a meal, have fun. But I don't think you're going to be impressed with this guy. Here's the thing. I also feel like you are intuitive and emotionally intelligent to know that like this guy is not it. I'm not impressed. The snake, mice, man, like it's saying he's dramatic. I don't think he's trustworthy. Entertainment purposes only. Okay. endings. I don't think this is lasting very long. I think he's super attracted to you. Like, you are his type. And then we have mysterious. I think he wants to come off like hot and mysterious, but it's just coming off as awkward. I went on, I was living in Phoenix at the time. I went out with this guy. And at the end of the day, oh God, my body was like rejecting this guy. And I was like, I just got to get to my car. I just got to go. And I remember like he's walking me to my car and he's like, so what is your favorite thing about me? What surprised you most about me? And I'm thinking, is this for like a magazine article? Like, you're creeping me the F out. Go away. Ew. Anyway, let me see what the Astro Dice says. Spirit, show me what else about this connection. Show me what else about this connection. Sorry, Gus. I think I need to re-roll this because I can't tell what it was. Moon in Pisces in the 3rd house. I think he's a little bit delusional about himself, and I think he inflates himself and communicates that Pisces moon in the 3rd house. It's a little overselling himself and maybe telling some embellishing type of stories about his life is what I'm seeing here. Entertainment purposes only. Is he worth your time? I say if you interact with him, go really slow and trust your gut. Your gut is already giving you alarm bells. I'm not impressed with him. I'm sorry for... You told me to give it to you straight, so I'm giving it to you straight. I'm not impressed, but again, take it with a grain of salt. This is just a tarot reading from a cat lady on the internet. And, you're a beautiful young girl, woman. I just, you know, there may be some better fish in the sea. Yeah. I think there's going to be other better options out here. Excuse me, Gus. Thank you, baby. Ugh. Is he for real right now? Oh my God. Anyways, for anyone super bored and into YouTube as much as I am, look up the Caleb Hammer D'Angelo Wallace feud, because that is freaking cracking my ass up right now. Yes, thank you so much. Okay, we're going to move into... Next up, I'm going to read for Chris, and I changed out a lot of my decks. Kendra, I put the light seers away for a while. I think it needed a break. Okay, so Gus said he don't like this guy. Yeah, pretty much. It's like, All right, so up next, I have Chris for 2, and then I have Virgo for 2, and if Virgo's sleeping, no worries. Chris, go ahead and post whenever you are ready. If you're called to donate, let me know. And we're going to keep on keeping on.
Honeybee, I love you so much, but are you allowed to please come here for a few kisses? And then I need for you to go over here. Thank you so much, honey. Thank you so much.
Oh my God, it's my back-to-back Aries crew. We got Kendra, we got Gus, and it's an Aries trifecta over here. Gus, Kendra, and Chris. Uh-oh. One cat goes away, another cat emerges. Hi, babies. Honeybee, please don't laugh at my daughter. She's naked. Ember, you can't have that, honey. Okay, can you see how my district manager's Pisces? I love how you know people's signs already. You're like me. All right, Spirit, let's do it. Can you see how my district manager, the Pisces, felt about me? Thank you, Kendra. I'll get you after Virgo. Ember.
Hi, sugar. Honey, I'm sorry, baby girl, but we can't be over here right now.
No, you need to get out of those. Get. Hold on. I gotta get her over these wires. Oh my gosh. Come here, Mama.
I'm sorry, baby girl.
This was fake flowers and 3 cats. We'll see how long this setup lasts for. All right. Forget it, social girl. I know. Boss is a Taurus in case they come up. All right, cool. Let's get into it. Spirit, show me. How does the district manager, let's get into Chris's energy. We're getting into Chris's energy. Spirit, show me. The district manager, the Pisces, how did they feel? How did they feel? How do they feel about Chris? How do they feel about Chris? She is very intuitive. And I feel like we have death here. This is the Age of Aquarius tarot. I haven't used this in a really long time. I used it this weekend, but I didn't. It hasn't been on the channel in a while. Ace of Swords. You know what's... She is definitely an interesting person. I also feel like she's a bit of an intuitive. I think she's into all the woo-woo stuff. So if you asked her about her sign, she may have actually even liked that and been like, oh, I'm a Pisces. Interesting that we have some water energy here too with the Chariot, Cancer, Scorpio, with that death energy on the top of the deck, Ace of Swords. She feels like you have been through something. I know, again, like this, I know it's not work related, but this is how she's sensing your energy. She sees you as someone who has been through some shit and that is hungry for change, and someone who is hungry for, she senses that you are a good employee and that you want to put your best foot forward. She feels like you're intelligent, but she also feels like she kind of feels like you're holding back your voice a little bit because you're new and you don't want to rub anyone the wrong way. And that you have only kind of scratched the surface of what your potential is going to be so far. So she is optimistic. I don't see anything necessarily bad here. We do have the Tower. So I don't know if there's going to be an announcement soon that there are going to be some major changes here. 8 of Swords and the Tower, this could happen during the eclipse, or maybe you already know that things are coming, or maybe she even communicated with you. This is a pretty fierce 8 of Swords, by the way. Maybe she told you while she was there that, like, here are the expectations and this is what is happening here. And we need to have this, and this fixed, by Q2 or next month, or there's going to be some type of like rebranding or whatever that you need to do. Sorry, I was just reading. So they're opening a new store at the end of this year, but I don't know of any other changes. Okay. Ninth house. Here's what I'll say. I don't know how much you've interacted with her. I don't know if this was the first meeting, but I feel like she has her eye on you and she wants to see what you're going to do next. There is nothing negative, but I feel like she felt like you were quiet during the interaction, and she wants to see if you're going to step up and lead. And I don't think that's bad. She's just getting to know you. You know what I'm saying? So overall, fine energy, but she may ask you to put in some extra work or step up with this new store. That could be what this conversation is going to be, especially if they push to open it sooner than anticipated, or what the timeline or how close you are to that. Second meeting, yeah. She's kind of watching to see how you move. Let me see what else I want to say about this. I also feel like she's looking for someone who really cares about the work that goes on, and she's kind of hoping that will be you with this Chariot energy. She is scouting out leadership, basically. So if she's going around to the different districts or the different stores and she's scouting out whatever, you know, your role is, to see who are going to be my future leaders, who are going to help run the future store, blah, blah, blah. So I will say she is watching you closely. More information will come out. Nothing bad. She thinks that you have a lot of potential, is what I want to say here. Let me see what else. Let me grab from the moon deck. I don't think it makes sense to pull from Prism. I also switched out a lot of my oracle too. So you know what I'm going to do? We're going to pull from the moon deck. Spirit, what other information can you give me about the district manager and Chris? We have nothing is set in stone. Exactly. She is still trying to scout things out, meditate and contemplate. New moon in Pisces. You and your loved ones are safe. Also, this doesn't feel heavy whatsoever, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. It's good to know, but I wouldn't worry about this at all. Spirit, what other messages do you have for Chris about this situation? Please show me. Please show me. We have Mirror, self-reflection, big picture. You are worthy of beautiful things. The servant queen, divine, magnetic, and valuable. Yeah, like you are valuable. You don't need someone else to validate you. It's going to come through in the way that you show up, in the way you work, and she will see that. She just hasn't had enough time yet to observe you or the work that you are able to produce. It's time to come home. Goddess of the sea, abundance, purification, and ego. Yeah, right now is a time to just kind of chill, self-care, and don't worry too much about this, because I feel like everything is fine and everything is going to be okay, actually. That's what I have for you here. Go ahead and post your next question. I wish I could give you more, but that's really what's coming out, is like everything is okay. It's kind of like a wait and see. There will be more to come, but I'm not sensing any drama from her, and I feel like dealing with her is going to be way less dramatic than other people that you've dealt with, like at your previous job. So the energy feels a lot more balanced than where you came from, for sure, by a long shot. And then I'm going to use, I freaking love this deck. We have a Tarot of a Moon Garden back on the table, which I'm very excited about. Newbie! Thank you so much. I have Chris, Virgo for 2, and Kendra. If you're called to donate, let me know. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. And hydration check, kings and queens. My new therapist is like wanting me to chug a lot of water, which I'm trying. I forget. Not forget, but every day is different, I feel like. Some days I drink a ton and other days I don't drink as much. So I have to like make sure I'm fully hydrated. It's actually fascinating how hydration affects like the brain and anxiety levels, which I wasn't really aware of. Ooh, can you see how my love life will change for 2026? You know what? Maybe I'm going to go ahead and use a different deck. I think I'm going to use the romance, or my romance deck, I would say. Crystal Visions. I don't know why this became my romance deck, but it is. Spirit, show me Chris's love life. 2026. Show me, how will Chris's love life change for 2026? Victory, Six of Wands, the Empress. Whoa! Temperance, High Priestess. Wow, look at these majors. Let's keep going. Six of Pentacles, Seven of Cups. Girl, you got options. Wheel of Fortune, Eight of Wands. You're feeling yourself. Here's what I will say. There are going to be some changes. I see lots of different characters coming in as well. Let me see. We have a Page of Cups at the top of the deck. And we have Five of Pentacles. Okay. I want to talk about that Page of Cups really quickly. There is someone entering your life. One of these connections is going to make you feel like a kid again. Or like sorry, I'm getting situated over here. One of these connections is going to make you feel like you're a teenager again. And the Empress does represent Taurus and Libra energy. And I think you said you were dealing with a Taurus, right? So that, yeah, this very much could be that Taurus energy. And Six of Wands, I do feel like you guys could take some more steps to get to know each other and start getting more involved. I also feel like underneath that, there are other little options around you as well. This year, your love life is changing because you are trying to figure out what you want and what works for you. I think you're getting closer to realizing what it is that you don't want in your connections, which is as important as what you do want. Trusting your intuition. I think that you're aware of certain things that need to change. And I think maybe lightening your load and not continuing connections with people where you feel like it's, I'm dealing with a Scorpio currently. It sounds like I'll be single again. Well, the Scorpio's not here. The Scorpio is not here. But I'm going to keep going here for a second, and then we're going to come back to that. I'll clarify that with the Lenormand. You know what needs to happen and what needs to be cut off. Maybe it is the connection that you're in. But I see you spending time with several different people. But I do feel like this Taurus energy is kind of like top of mind for you. And there are changes and you are moving forward. You're moving towards things that make you feel good and things that also don't make you not stuck. Oh my God, I love this. Look, this Seven of Cups, you see this rainbow here. I think that's cool. But anyway, yeah, I'm seeing multiple options for you. Yeah. Yeah, there is change. And there could be, you know, people reaching out or people on the apps or whatever where you just have little like meet cute or even like little flings. But I feel like this Empress, which could be the Taurus energy, especially because, you know, it's that higher level energy being the Empress and they're like a superior to you at work. There's some type of like achievement or conquest. I don't want to call it a conquest because I don't necessarily feel like you're thinking of it in that way. Just be careful that people at work aren't like prying too much into your personal life. Because I feel like there could be, if someone finds out or the wrong person finds out, someone or a group of people may try to like ice you out here with this Five of Pentacles energy. So there is going to be a shift and a change and an ending. The ending could happen with the Scorpio here with this Five of Pentacles. And then we have the Page of Cups. What makes you feel alive again? This Page of Cups energy, right? What makes you feel renewed again and reminds you of... I think those are the feelings you're going to be... It may sound weird in a love reading, but it's like what... Before you had these adult connections, what did you imagine your romantic life to be, to look like or feel like? And reconnect with that so that you can bring in the right energy vibration for you when it comes to romance. Spirit, show me what's going to happen with the Scorpio. The Scorpio is never going to leave you. Okay? They are very loyal to you. They've put down roots. They want to grow. If you want to end things with the Scorpio, you're going to have to be the one to do it. Just saying that. I'm not telling you to do that. I'm just saying, if you... I don't think they're ever going to leave you with the dog and tree energy. And then the Whip is like, if you're staying in something that you don't feel comfortable in or something that you've outgrown, you're the only, like, the Whip is like someone beating themselves up. So do you want to just stay in something and beat yourself up, or do you want to go after this energy that feels more in alignment with you? That's a choice and a change that's available for you to make in 2026. So similar themes that we've kind of read about before. Okay. What other... Spirit, show me the energy of the other options. Show me the energy of the other options. Show me the energy of these Seven of Cups, other people. These other people. I feel like I've said this to you before. There is someone that you might connect with this year that has kids already, and maybe they were like DL for a while or something like that, and they have kids from a previous thing, which is kind of interesting. Keep an open mind and let go of control issues. Allowing things to unfold naturally, but if there is a decision that you need to make, having the courage to do that. But yeah, there are several options around you. Let me see what else. Aries, North Node. Oh, what do your friends tell you? And you don't have, this is a rhetorical, but like, what are your friends telling you about your relationship? Do they know how you feel? And leaning on your friends right now, I think is or if you even have like one trusted friend, I think leaning into your friendships this year is also going to be helpful in terms of advice for your love life. One of the things that I've found one of the things that I've discovered in my 39 years of life is that when we are not proud of something, and this is again, I just want to say this. When we're not proud of something, we tend to not want to tell our friends, you know, what's what and what's going on. But when we, because it's like, oh, well, you know, what is that person going to know, or how, and it's like, no. If you are trusting these people to be your inner circle, it's probably worth hearing what they have to say. So keep an open mind, listen to your friends, let your friends help you. I have an oracle card somewhere in these decks that says, let your friends help you. Actually, I think it's this, I actually think it's in this deck, is let your friends help you. So you make sure that you have people that you can still lean on and also be connected to your friendships this year, because community is going to be really important for you too. Not just the love life stuff. Because why do I say that? Well, not for nothing. We have Aries, North Node and Aries in the 11th house. Your North Star very much has to do with your friendship connections as well. So not losing sight of that. So I don't really have anything like wildly specific about. I do think that there's something very well could happen with this Taurus, okay? Things could deepen if that's what you guys want. Just be careful, because the wrong person may try to ice you guys out, or, you know, get upset about some of that. But here's what I will tell you. Everything is going to be okay. Temperance over Wheel of Fortune, 8 of Wands. You're moving forward. You know what to do. You have options. We're also leading with victory. So you have a lot of positive energy to work with here. This is not negative. But what I'm trying to say to you is the choice is yours, Aries. You don't have to... If you're sitting around and waiting for someone else to make decisions about your love life, you're gonna remain sitting around and beating yourself up with that whip that we saw in the Lenormand. Like, you kind of need to take charge as well. I'm gonna leave that with you in Spirit's blessing. Up next, I have Virgo for 2, and then Kendra, if you're called to donate, let me know. I need to do an intermission after Kendra, and if we have more, we will get to that, because I have to feed the monsters. Where are we at? We're at 43 minutes. Okay, I'll keep going. Okay, Virgo. Virgo may be sleeping right now. That's okay. I have her questions, and we're going to jump right into it. Virgo is up. Thank you so much, Chris. Okay. Virgo wants to know. Okay. You want a general reading? Let's do it. All right. Virgo starts now. All right, Spirit, show me the energy around Virgo. We had a Leo full moon yesterday. It was kind of intense. The drama. This is the first year I didn't watch the Grammys because I forgot about it, and I've been watching the Grammys with my bestie over the phone for like decades. But I also I'm kind of just so over Hollywood right now that I don't even like regret it. Okay. All right, up next we have Virgo. Virgo wants a general reading. Spirit, please connect me to Virgo's energy. Let's tap into Virgo's energy, Spirit. Oh, that's interesting. And this is a flower agate, which is really funny. Give me a second here. Virgo, they're showing me amethyst, the crystal. That could be something that you want to work with right now. It also might be something very protective for you to carry in your car or at work. Amethyst is very gentle. This is also amethyst. This is the amethyst root. Actually, now come to think of it, give me a second here. One of the cool things about amethyst is that it's really good for people, entertainment purposes only. It's really good for people in addiction and recovery. And so if you're dealing with a lot of different personalities or people, I'm not saying that you necessarily need it for that, but it helps absorb that energy of the people around you if you're dealing with any type of heavy personalities or maybe patients at work. So give me just a moment here. All right, we have the Star. We have the Lovers. We have Nine of Cups. Hanged Man. We're off to a really nice start here. And then I pull the Ten of Wands. Okay. Listen, Virgo. In my meditation yesterday, Spirit was talking about simplification. And here's what I'm going to tell you, Virgo. The energy around you looks really, really good. The energy around you looks really good. Self-care, self-care, self-care is your number one priority right now. Make sure that you are taking care of yourself. And I feel like I always say this in your readings, but this Ten of Wands is like, I will give you an example because I feel like you're kind of a little bit of a workhorse like me. And so I had a migraine. I even posted on here last week. I was like, girls, I can't come on and read because I don't feel good. But I continued to power through my other meetings that day. And my friend was like, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? Who is this helping? And I'm like, you know what? You're effing right. This is helping no one. I'm miserable. And then I'm getting resentful at people who don't show up the way to work that I show up. And I am not some type of savior because I'm working with a migraine and I need to take care of myself and stop. So you don't have to go the extra mile every day. And you don't have to give 150% every single day. You can just show up and do the best you can with what you have, and that is fine. Because when you do that, when you overcare, when you overgive, when you overextend, that is a first-class ticket to the Ten of Wands. You don't, because you have a lot of beautiful energy around you. Even we have friendship here, and the energy around you is like, look, you have made it. We have the Star, the Lovers, Nine of Cups. You've made it. Maybe you want to hang out in this energy for a minute. Hanged Man. Maybe we sit here and we breathe in the beautiful air and we enjoy the season and the moment that we're in before we rush into the next burning building, before we rush into the next challenge, right? because maybe you're someone who feels energized by trying to solve things and challenges, but there's a time for rest too. And make sure that you are doing that. What else do I see around you? Well, I see you getting the attention of a King of Cups here. Could be Cancer, Scorpio. Is what I'm picking up mostly. Could be Pisces. We also have Pisces here with the Hangman. And I think where your head is at right now, or where you're headed to, is that, listen, if these guys want to show up and show me a good time and treat me well, I'll give them an opportunity. But you don't, I see you being a little bit more detached and spending a little bit more time on like letting people show you that they're a king and not this Page of Wands. Because the Page of Wands is like, I want to hook up, I'm super playful, and I'm here to gas you up and talk you into blah, blah, blah. And it's like, no, you want something that's a little bit more stable, something a little more grounded. You know, this King of Cups is here to, he's the master of emotion. So whoever, you know, is a good option for you moving forward is going to feel a bit more emotionally grounded, is what I'm picking up for you. But yeah, I'm also seeing you getting high praise at work with the Star and the Lovers. There's people who have your back. Things are feeling overall pretty good. Sorry, my cats are honeybee. Excuse me. Honey, you need to get. What else? Honey. Hold on. I have to remove my kids. Ember, come here. Keep. Emby, come here. Come here, mama. Okay. I'm actually going to pull from a couple different oracles for you. Sorry for the delay. Spirit, what energy is coming up for Virgo? General reading. What energy is coming towards Virgo? Rest. Get some sleep, boo. Caution. Yeah. You don't take on anything extra right now. I'm going to pull a bonus for you just because I really wanted to pull both of these. Ideation and success. Yeah, ideation is sitting there and imagining something. And you're like, no, I want to see what this real, unless it's real, in person, and tangible, which is something a king would bring you. You don't need to be don't let your mind wander too far. And I think that's the new perspective you have with this Hanged Man energy. Spirit, show me what other information does Virgo need to know right now? What other information does Virgo need to know right now? Willow's such a good boy. He's just sitting at my doorstep like, hi, did you know it's time? Find balance. Practice moderation. Love this. This is the Salt and Sea deck, I believe it's called. Starfish, trust your instincts and follow your intuition. And I also have zoom in and take a closer look. Take your time. Do a little bit of research. Maybe take a look at the court dockets. You know? There's someone interesting around you and you want to know a little bit more. Public records exist for a reason. I'm half kidding, but I mean, yeah, if you feel whether this is like intuition or if you kind of feel like something is up with something. I think you need to maybe investigate a little bit into something in the near future. This could be someone at work or like a situation. Take your time to get the full picture. What else? Jupiter in the second house, finances are looking really good. Jupiter in Gemini in the second house. There could be a raise or bonus in your very near future as well when it comes to finances. So I'm going to leave that with you in Spirit's blessing. We're going to move on to your next question. Okay. I'm also going to warm up another deck that's been sleeping for a little while. The Chakra Wisdom. How will B and I friendship develop? He's a nurse. I feel a connection, but now I like the attention and conversation. We're a lot alike. Okay, cool. Brendan. I'm just going to say B, Spirit, Brendan, the nurse. How will he's a nurse. How will this friendship develop? Spirit, show me. How will this friendship develop? How will this friendship develop? Show me. Chariot. Welcome, JD. Girl. Yeah, you have the Hanged Man again. You have the King of Cups again. We have a water sign here. Okay. Here's what I'm going to tell you. Move slowly. I don't like the Seven of Swords here. I don't like the Seven of Swords here. This connection feels good. Hold on. Hi, baby. I know. Sorry, I have to kiss my child. The Chariot, the Moon, the King of Cups, Seven of Swords. It feels good, but not everything is being revealed. I think that you guys are compatible. There's information that you don't know about this guy. I say proceed with caution. Nothing is wrong with a friendship. I would keep it professional. We have the World, the Emperor, the Hanged Man, and the Two of Wands. When the time is right, things will progress, but there could be something that he's concealing that I don't love here. And I'm gonna try to find out what it is. Give me a second here. There could be a girlfriend. There could be, like, he could be living with an ex or a girl or something like that. So just be, give me a moment here. What are they concealing? Spirit says stop shuffling. What are they concealing? Three of Swords. Okay. Yeah, there's something about a relationship. I don't think this person is fully available. Let me put it to you that way. So I'm telling you, be friends, get to know this person, and you want to enjoy that attention, enjoy the attention, but they have not revealed everything to you yet. So don't get too excited. is what I'm trying to tell you. Entertainment purposes only. I'm just a cat lady on the internet. Let me see what else we have here for you. How does this thing develop, Spirit? There's some type of challenge. Like if all the yeah, and then we have the home. There's something about a living situation. There's something about a current girlfriend or an ex. We have the mountain. There's some here's how I'm seeing this, Virgo. If you had full cards on the table and knew everything transparently about his situation, I don't know that you would be interested in a real relationship. Entertainment purposes only, that's what I'm seeing. Thank you, Kendra. Do I think he is evil? No. I think that he has some things he needs to sort out. I think he has some things he needs to sort out in his life. With the moon. Some of it could do with fear. Some of it is, I don't know that I'm ready to put all of this out there. I don't think you have a full picture of this guy yet. Spirit, what does Virgo need to know? What information does Virgo need to know for herself too? What should Virgo focus on for herself? Messages for Virgo about this whole situation. After Kendra, we are going to do an intermission. If you're called to donate, let me know. And then we're going to take a break. We have apotholite. I have a huge chunk of apotholite in my kitchen. Your positive focus and willingness, increased support, your positive focus and willingness to receive have opened the doorway to an abundance of help and opportunities. He could be really helpful and insightful in the workplace, but it may not necessarily be the romance that you are looking for. So I would try to contain it there for a little while and take your time and see where it goes, because he may reveal this thing to you about this fact that you may not be super thrilled about. Emerald, ceremonies and celebrations. A time for important life passages such as weddings, birthdays, graduation, anniversaries. There could be some type of party or event that you're invited to. I think eventually, again, I don't think he's evil. I think eventually he may reveal more of this information and you're going to be like, whoa, that might be a deal breaker or a big red flag for you, where you're like, he's a great guy. Maybe he could be a good friend, but I don't know if you want to, the world, it's like, okay, I don't really know that that I want to dip my toe into this situation. No, JD, you're totally fine. Give me 1 second, and I'll tell you how we do it. So we have lapis lazuli, life-changing epiphany or experience. Yeah, I almost feel like this guy's kind of a catalyst for you, Virgo. It's a time for big and blessed changes. God is supporting and stepping in each step of the way here. So increased support. I think there's a more positive flow of energy coming towards you right now, and he could kind of just be the start of it, if that makes sense. Like maybe there's even better options after him. I feel like this could be a decent friendship, but you may just want to keep it a friendship once everything is kind of fully revealed. Yes. So, give me 1 second, JD. So we have the sun, third house. Yeah, sun and Capricorn in the third house. If it gets romantic or flirty, let them kind of lead that. But in terms of, especially if you're this person's boss or supervisor with the Emperor, Sun in Capricorn in the 3rd house, try to keep things work centered, and the attention may feel fun, but don't get so deep to where you can't turn it back around and still be work centered. Does that make sense? And let me know if you have any questions about this when you watch the playback, but that is what I have for you. I'm going to leave that with you in Spirit's blessing. So welcome, JD. Thanks for becoming a channel member. So the way this works is I have 3 reading options, which you see scrolling here and then pinned in the chat. And so the way that I do readings is people donate, and then for whatever, you know, their reading is, and then we put the donations on the list, and then I go down the list. I do have to take a quick intermission, like a quick little break for like maybe 5 minutes after Kendra's readings, because I have 3 cats, and I'm a cat lady, and I have to take a break to feed them, and then I will come back and resume readings, and then you'll be up after Kendra. But I think Kendra donated for 3, so we're going to do 3 readings for Kendra, and then we're going to come back. But give me 1 second. And so you can either post your question on PayPal, or you can post it in the chat here when it's time for your reading. So thank you for your patience. Just sit tight and do what you need to do, and you'll be after our little short intermission. So let me go back to, and let me know if you have any questions. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for finding my strange channel. All right. Oh, I need to go back here. Hold on 1 second. I need to go to my email. Sorry, Kendra. Where are you? Okay. Actually, if I do last call for donations and I don't have any more, I might be able to just zoom through these and not last call for donations, guys. So usually about the hour mark, JD, I'll do like last call for donations, and then I'll do a reading and give people time to donate, and then yep. And we'll keep on keeping on. Okay, cool. Kendra, so we want to do, okay. If I end with Fred the Aquarius, what will happen and how will he feel? Let's start with Fred. Let's get it. Okay, cool. If I end with Fred the Aquarius, what will happen? Take your time, JD. You're good. All right, Ken, let's do it. If I end it with the Aquarius, oh, if I meant to say end things, that's what I'm trying to say. Sorry, I could be saying it wrong. What happens, Spirit? Show me the energy. If Kendra ends things, what happens if Kendra ends things with this Aquarius? He might, oh God, I can't stand these. We have death here. He may not take no for an answer. Like, he may continue to try to, like, convince you, which is, ugh. Like, in the 80s, that was cute. In 2026, it's not cute. And Newbie can vouch for that. Like, this isn't a freaking John Cusack movie. Like, he's not holding up the, cause you're kind of like, beat it, right? And he's like, When he calls you, it's like, can I tell you about your car's extended warranty? And you're like, go away, please. Sounds like such an air sign. I mean, I have an Aquarius Mars. Eight of Pentacles. I think he might like take it well and be like, okay, well, best of luck to you, blah, blah, blah. And then he might try to like convince you to come back. Like why the Eight of Swords? Like, why are we still talking to this? You may have to eventually ghost him. Queen of Cups. You know, be respectful, which I think you will with this Queen of Cups energy. Hanged Man, you may just have to keep him on red at some point, right? Or unmatch. Ken has options and should. Yes, yes. Let's see, what else? I love this deck. It's so beautiful. 10th house. And it's funny, like the Eight of Pentacles, this guy's a lot of work. He feels like a lot of work. Like Aries wants easy breezy. Easy breezy, beautiful cover girl. Aries wants easy. Aquarius is a fixed sign. Aquarius is no joke. And listen, I know they're an air sign, but like fixed signs are fixed signs. Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, that's not light, easy, breezy, beautiful energy. I think you need like a Gemini. I think you need, well, never mind. I don't know that I'd call a Gemini, no, Geminis are actually a lot of fun. But, yeah, like, ugh. Maybe you need a Sag. But I just feel like, because you want to know what's happening. So astrologically, here's what's happening. You have a Taurus moon, right? So Virgo, you agree. Yeah. We'll talk about it. Here's the thing. His Aquarius sun squares your Taurus moon, which is why something feels off. Taurus squares Aquarius. Aquarius squares Taurus. So that's where the uncomfortability is. And when you can't move through that and you're already starting with a challenge, that and when you're squared up, when fixed signs are squared up with each other, things feel kind of rough. So that's what's going on there. Yeah, he feels like a lot of work, and I think you may end up walking away, leaving him on red. And yeah, we have the 10, like what happens if you walk away? 10 of Cups. It opens you up for other options. Entertainment purposes only. I'm not telling you not to meet up with him or talk to him, but trust your intuition. If something feels off and you're not jazzed about this, like, yeah, you don't have to waste your time. Okay, next reading is, we want a general. I'm actually going to use the Oak, Ash, and Thorn. Yeah. Do your due diligence. If it feels weird and it feels off, that could be the reason. Like when I'm dealing with, when something squares my Cancer moon, it is like I can barely function, which is also a problem for me. It's a me thing, but yeah, you want people that you feel comfortable around. Okay. Spirit, I want a general reading for Kendra. And then we're going to do an intermission. Last call for donations, guys. Make sure you like the channel. All right. Oak, Ash, and Thorn, baby. Let's do it. General for Kendra, we have 4 of Pentacles. Knight of Cups. May the best man win. No, I'm not saying no Aquarius. Like, let's say if he had a Taurus moon and like your Mars and Venus were like great synastry. I'm not saying don't do it, but I'm just saying if you feel kind of weird or icky, you may start to look out for the patterns. Just like what I said about the guy from work, right? If you're noticing that there's these guys that just want to monologue and they don't want to give you space and they're treating you like an object of for their whatever, you know, notice patterns like that. Justice, Judgment, 10 of Wands, 8 of Swords. Girl, don't be overthinking here. Wheel of Fortune. There are changes afoot in your life. 8 of Pentacles. I feel like there are positive changes coming your way. I feel like there is going to be less stress on your plate here, but that also comes when you decide to mentally declutter. The 4 of Pentacles, there's a lot going on here. Let me restart from the beginning here. 4 of Pentacles and Knight of Cups. When it comes to, you know, you don't have to put your cards on the table right away. Knight of Cups, what is this man offering you? What is he or any of these other people offering you? Look at the roster, see what they have to offer, and may the best man win. You know, 8 of Pentacles, if someone feels like hard work right from the start, you don't want a burden. You want something that feels balanced. And look at beautiful Lady Justice. I actually had a beautiful wolf come through my meditation yesterday too. I'm so excited to be working with this wolf energy. But yeah, Lady Justice here. It is time for you to balance things out, to create stronger boundaries so that you're not dealing with stress. And the less stress you have, the less you're going to be overthinking. And you, my Aries friend, here's what's your rising sign? Here's you in a nutshell. You want easy breezy, beautiful Aries sun. You want to move fast. And then your Taurus moon wants comfort. Okay. Oh, I know a lot. I am friends with a lot of Sag risings. Okay. So you also want comfort. You also may like luxury with the Taurus moon there. And especially a Sag rising, you might do well with a Sag or some other fire sign energy. Maybe not so much Leo, but maybe other Aries or Sag. Taurus would probably also be a safe, fixed sign for you. But yeah, in a nutshell, like you don't want... A Sagittarius doesn't want challenging energy. It doesn't. And then Taurus the bull. What happens when Taurus the bull is faced with challenging energy? It wants to bulldoze. You don't want to deal with that. And then an Aries is like, hell no. Get me from point A to point B. I just want to get it done quickly. Taurus men are very boring. Yeah. That's, it definitely comes with the territory for sure. I agree. I like them. I really like them. Willow here, my son, my oldest, hi baby. He can be a very boring young man, but he's amazing. And so let's talk about this really quickly. You're lightening your load. You're balancing things out. If something feels like it's way too hard work, if something feels like it's off, 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, and if something feels like it's taking too long, you are becoming frustrated. It's time for you, Lady Justice, Judgment, create some boundaries, remove the weight and it's funny because this 10 of Wands, it's like this fox is sleeping. He's like, listen, here's you. And it's kind of funny because it reminds me of Aries energy, this little red fox here, which is kind of funny. And he's like, you know what I love? I don't always love reading with animal decks. There's something really special about the Oak, Ash, and Thorn. I will say, I know a lot of people love this deck, but it really is special. Sorry, I'm going off on a tangent here. This fox energy is like, girl, I'm just trying to live my life and have a little nap here. Like, I don't need to be carrying these sticks around. Are you kidding me? So you don't need to be carrying around baggage because you don't have baggage. You are easy and your energy is free flowing. Like, you don't need to be getting involved with people who feel like hard work or they're taking forever. You simply do not have the patience for that. And even though Taurus is a very grounded sign, Taurus, spoiler alert, Taurus isn't very patient, honey. Yeah, you have no baggage, you don't have time to waste, and you're not looking to sign up for anyone's challenge or hard work. When it comes to your personal life, like, you want to feel comfortable and you want things to be easy breezy and fun and move quickly. And if this Aquarius is adding weight or annoyance or feels like work or icky, like, that's a no. But I know this is a general reading, so I'm saying applying that one. So Spirit is asking you, sorry, I'm getting really crazy during this reading. Spirit is asking you to find the balance in your life, and if it feels off, there's plenty of fish in the sea, and this isn't just about dating. Four of Pentacles, pull back and get a fresh a perspective of the big picture before you make any deeper decisions. Going on one date is not a big deal, right? Like, you can go check that out. But if you are feeling like uncomfortable, overthinking, whatever, like, that's not a good sign. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. And general message, there's change happening here. Uranus and Aquarius in the first house. Uranus and Aquarius in the first house. Give me 1 second. The first house is the house of self. And here's the thing, if this guy actually really got to know you, I think he would be surprised, because he just kind of feels like, I didn't even mean to read about this guy anymore, but here's the thing. If people took the time, I'm not going to say him, I'm just saying people in general, took the time to really get to know the inner workings of who Kendra is, they would be extremely pleasantly surprised. And if someone isn't taking the time to do that, they also are not for you. If they're just going to assume you're one way. Because, surprise, you're not. I also feel like I'm feeling a more secureness in your femininity, which can feel a little bit unpredictable. Here's what it is. This guy, I'm sorry he keeps coming through, so I'm just gonna, I know you wanted a general reading, I'm doing the best I can. This guy feels uncomfortable in the silence because you are unpredictable to him, and he does not feel comfortable with that. He wants someone who is predictable, easy to read, and you are not, because you have a brain and you have value in yourself. And you're not here to just like please and be a pick-me. And I think that's what's throwing him off with you, is that you're not just like, oh, here I am. Hi, pick me. I'm so desperate. You're not, because you're not desperate. Yeah. So focusing on balancing boundaries, lean into what feels right for you and what feels right in your body. That's the message for you right now. No, you're not desperate. All right, all right, readings are now closed. Give me one moment. Oh my gosh, my cats, I'm surprised they're still. We are closed. I got one more for Kendra, and then we're going to do an intermission here. Okay, what's your next one? Ibs. And then we're going to come back and read for JD. I'm super excited to connect with you. Okay, sorry, I'm just moving stuff around. All right, Kendra. Okay, I have newbie. Here's my list. I have Kendra, intermission. I have JD for 2, and then I have Virgo for 1 more. And then, all right, Kendra's last one. We're reading about him again. Is Fred trying to humble, like trying to make me feel less than? So girl, let me give it to you straight here. Let me grab my traditional deck. I'm happy to wake this baby up too. Make sure I have all of them. Okay. Spirit, is he trying to humble Kendra? You are so welcome. Is he trying to humble Kendra? Let's go. No wonder I read about him. I kept picking him up because this was what was on your mind. Hold on, because we are doing it again. 1 second, which is fine. I didn't know what your other question was. Because I'm like, why is this guy's energy all up in here? Spirit, Fred the Aquarius. Is he trying to humble Kendra? What is he trying to do? Shut up. Ugh. He wishes he was a Queen of Swords. Yeah, okay. Sometimes what I don't like with him is, so he is not going to be someone who is consistent. I can say that off the bat. There's confusion with him. Yes, there is an element of, I'm the smartest person in the room, and I'm going to cut things down to size, and I may mansplain this thing to you. He may also tell you about how happy he is. I think he's absolutely full of... Ugh! Kendra! This is a doozy. I'm sorry. Ugh. I mean, we know what this means. I think he's lying. If he's bragging about money, I think he's lying about money. He could tell you he's like super rich or wealthy or got fancy this or that. He's like a Knight of Cups, and he's a wolf in Knight of Cups clothing. That's what I call this guy. He's a wannabe Knight of Cups. You're not so smooth, buddy. Not when you're mansplaining and trying to humble people. Kendra, are other men, like, is he behaving differently than other men have talked to you? And like, because if they're not kind, and think about, like, a man should treat you with kindness and respect and some genuine curiosity. They shouldn't be trying to like humble you, or that's off the bat, it's a really bad sign of someone who's set in their ways and someone who wants to control the situation. Yeah. Magician, Seven of Swords, always a horrible combination. Um, in my opinion, when I see those two together, I'm like, ugh. Um, but yeah, he probably wishes he was a Queen of Swords. Do I think he's trying to humble you? I think this is just the way he operates. I think he's kind of an a-hole. I think he comes across as an a-hole and he doesn't care because he could just say, well, I'm telling the truth and I'm not going to be it any other, be any other way than how I am. And like, I'm not going to apologize for who I am. And it's like, well, you're an a-hole. I don't really need to be around that. So is he purposely trying to knock you down a few pegs to humble you? I don't even think that, because he's not emotionally intelligent, I don't even think he's conscious of how he's coming across. New Edition. Ooh, I'm gonna go listen to the New Edition. You gotta cool it now. Is that New Edition or Menudo? I can't remember. Ooh, watch out, you gonna lose control. All right, Willow's. I'm gonna go listen to some New Edition when I go cook later. We got 9 of. He may also be Sagittarius moon in the 9th house. He may have some really interesting thoughts about spirituality, or could be like extreme in one way, whether that's atheist, whether that's a particular religion. And I feel like he's very rigid with little wiggle room for maybe other cultures or religions or spirituality in the 9th house. Very interesting. He has some strong feelings, moon in the 9th house, about faith and spirituality and cultures. And I feel like it could be a little bit of a turnoff. Girl, listen, the cards are the cards. The cards are the cards. He's very opinionated, yeah. But I also feel like because you are so unseasoned and you are so uncultured, I don't care how old he is, whatever, like, how do you even have that? I'm wondering if it was indoctrination or a podcast bro or like a family. I just almost feel, don't hate me, bird. The cards. Yeah, I mean, I'm not hating. I'm just saying, like, don't hate me. Cards are the cards here. Yeah, and he's happy in his own. It's his world, and everyone else is living in it. And he's got these opinions. And if you don't agree with him, like, you're out here. And let me tell you why. Let me explain to you why I'm right. So, I mean, entertainment purposes only. Intermission times 3 cats. I got JD for 2 and Virgo. Guys, give me at least 5 minutes. I need a moment to go feed these minions, and I'll be back in a little bit. Readings are closed. Thank you, guys. I'll be back. It is. I had to look up newbie. I don't know if you're here. I had to look up the new edition and Cool It Now. I was like, is that Menudo or new edition? But it's totally new edition. Okay. The Banfield verdict is in. I love Ashley Banfield. But I canceled. Oh, the au pair case from Virginia. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. Bye, Kendra. Thank you so much. Okay. All right. So, JD, I don't think I've ever read for you before, and I love reading for people that I have never read before. And I'm excited, and forgive me if I have, but let me take a look here. So we're going to start back from intermission. Whoo! JD. This is a question that's actually very close to my heart. Okay? Oh, shit. Sorry. Will the love be lost? Will the love be lost? Here's the thing with that, okay? JD, let me know when you're here. We're gonna cool it now. Ooh, watch out. You're gonna lose control. Will the love be lost, JD? What deck do I... You know what I want to use? I'm going to use my Japanese deck for this. JD, let me know when you're back because I want to talk to you about this. Okay, here you are. First of all, thanks for being a channel member, like off the rip. Will my brother accept the truth, apologize, and make things right? So here's the deal, JD. Before I get into this, actually, hold on. I'm a Pisces, Leo rising, brother is a Scorpio. Okay. Let's do it. I have familial issues myself, okay? And I feel for you here. But what I will say is, even when we explain something to someone multiple times, like you can put your best foot forward, and that Leo rising, I'm excited no matter the answer is. Your Leo rising is really revving you up right now, this is a great deck for a Leo rising, by the way. I don't even know the name of it. It's a Japanese deck. I got it on eBay. Anyways, I think you have to... Here's what I'm going to say before I even pull cards. Let me just tap into your energy really quickly. Spirit, let me tap into JD's energy. Oh, okay, cool. So, I think both of you guys have strong personalities, strong feelings about things. This actually feels very similar to my family dynamics, and I'm actually excited to read about this. Here's the thing. You cannot convince someone to see things, how do I say this? That's not exactly what I mean. You cannot explain something to someone who is not ready to receive it or is not in a place to receive it. Ember May, get down, honey. What do I mean by that? So, and you don't have to tell me what this truth is. Will my brother accept the truth? Okay? Will my brother accept the truth? If this is a serious thing or like an intense thing, and he is not in a place to acknowledge it, you can only meet someone as far as they have met themselves. So if entertainment purposes only, I am not a psychologist, this is entertainment purposes only, but riddle me this, okay? This is what's coming through my channeling. If there are other hard truths in his life that he is also not accepting, I would not have any high expectations for this, my Pisces friend. And that is a hard pill to swallow, right? You can only, like, if this person wants to emotionally bypass and not accept the truth and not accept things for what they are, and they're not capable of doing that, that is not a reflection on you. It's not a reflection on how you couldn't explain something well enough. It's all about, it has everything to do with him and nothing to do with you, okay? Before I begin, thanks for letting me get that out. Will my brother accept the truth, apologize, and make things right? Let me see what kind of reading you wanted first. JD. When I reveal it again for the 9 millionth time. Yeah, I mean, you're talking to a brick wall, honey. He has the information. He needs to digest and do with it. And here's the thing. Sometimes people in our lives can have a million neon signs lit up in front of them, showing them what the truth is, and they can still decide to go in the wrong direction, and that has nothing to do with you. Nothing to do with you. It wasn't that you didn't explain it right. This isn't about you explaining anything. This is about how willing is he to accept the truth, period. So Spirit, show me. Will he accept the truth? Apologize and make things right? Show me. Show me the energy of the Scorpio brother. Okay, we're done shuffling. Spirit says, beautiful. There is going to be a positive outcome here. You cannot force it. My suggestion for you, entertainment purposes only, my suggestion for you would be, and I don't know if you're someone who wants to know the cards, I have 4 of Wands, Knight of Wands, Death. We have, what is this? This is the 9 of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, I have 9 of Wands. The Sun, Queen of Wands, 10 of Pentacles. You guys will, your bond will restore. There will be positivity again. But there is a power struggle happening here too. I don't think that he wants to, he is eventually going to have to wise up and admit that he was wrong, which isn't always easy for a Scorpio man to do. I'm a Scorpio, by the way. I got a whole lot of Scorpio going on over here. I want him to apologize for what because I cannot accept, because I need him to keep his promise to our, yeah. So there's a whole story about family here. So let's talk about that. The 10 of Pentacles. Look, here's your father right here. Here's you, brother. She's actually kind of pissed at him. She's got her arms crossed and she's like, what are you doing? There's a dog here. And here's the father. Yes, he's watching all of this go down. Yes, and it's interesting. I have death over the family here, so highlighting that. Yes, the energy will be restored. I think he will apologize. I think you need to give it more time We have the Emperor here. He is going, for whatever reason, I think he's going through more than just the death or the grief process here. And sometimes it can take, I'm not necessarily making whatever. What I'm picking up on from him specifically is that it is taking him a longer time to process whatever this is that's going on. And he has a lot of deep healing to do, and it's not just this. And because of all of the other muck and mud or whatever he's dealing with, even maybe things that you don't know about, he needs to have a complete transformation, an ego death, so that and it's so interesting, we have the Scorpio here, death, we have that Leo energy with the sun here, Queen of Wands, Emperor. But overall, the cards are actually very positive. So yes, he will apologize. Yes, the bond of the family will be restored. Yes, I do think that he's going to make things better for those around him, to make sure he knows the truth, whether he accepts it or not, that he doesn't get away with what he did. I need him to keep his promise. I think it's going to take time, but I do think that he's going to wake up to what this truth is. Is he warm and fuzzy about it? No, he is not. Very much Emperor energy, could have a Aries rising, Aries moon placement here. The Emperor is very matter of fact, and it's not... I almost wonder if he's going through some kind of crisis right now, where he just can't seem to look in the mirror, or it's like almost like he's in a rush, or he doesn't have time to collect himself or collect his thoughts. 9 of Wands, it's like there's all this pressure on him. I think he needs to go to therapy, and I think that he needs some really, really, really deep healing. Do I think it's going to happen in the next 3 months? No. I think eventually over time, I think he needs help. But I do think that things will be restored. Three of Cups, there will be celebrations. There will be future family events where there will be peace and harmony. Why? I have the 4 of Wands, weddings, 3 of Cups, celebrations, home, family. I do feel there will be a transformation, but I think he is a very, very stubborn one, this Emperor death combination here. The Hierophant. There almost needs to be divine intervention here. And I think that, I don't know if he has any type of faith, or you guys, share a religion or anything like that. Not that I would throw that in his face, but I'm almost like, it's almost giving me, and I'm not saying he has any type of addiction. This is almost giving me like a 12-step amends. It's almost like he needs to come to terms with, he needs to do a really deep moral inventory of his life and have like a come to Jesus, and then eventually make things right with you. I do think it will happen. I don't think it's going to happen soon. Deep healing is needed. I don't know what else he's dealing with. I'm 56, he's 61. He left me. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to hear this. What I will say for you is Mercury and Taurus in the 12th house. I don't know if I'm not angry. I'm not bitter. It's just stupid. I think he does. I think that again, I don't know if there's any type of substance thing going on there, or maybe a mental health thing. Entertainment purposes only. I don't diagnose. I'm here for entertainment. We have the 12th house. Mercury and Taurus in the 12th house. No matter how many times, Taurus the bull, no matter how many, and Mercury, no matter how many times you explain this and explained it, it is falling on deaf ears. It is being lost in the 12th house. He needs to have a complete spiritual transformation. I do think that peace could be restored, but for your own sanity, and I don't know if you've gone to a therapist or talked or used any, resources for this, but I would encourage that as well, because if this is, you can't force him to do anything, that's also a very deep hurt and betrayal on his part for him to do something like that, and you need to take care of yourself. But yeah, I'm so sorry you're dealing with this. Let me see what other messages I have here for you. I don't know what's wrong with him. It hurts. What hurts him so it wasn't me. No, and that, I think that's what I said in the beginning too. This has nothing to do with you. Hurt people. This is the way that he's wired. I don't think he was doing this to be like an FU, and I don't know what the circumstances were, but it sounds like I had a family member steal money from me. It had nothing to do with me. It had everything to do with that they were selfish and greedy, right? So if you were displaced, if your home was displaced because he was selfish and greedy, this had nothing to do with you. Peace. You need to bring yourself peace, whether he does it or not. Consciousness. And why did this is a really, really, really colorful deck. Let me show you. This is a super colorful deck, and I pulled 3 gray cards, which I find really fascinating here. And these gray cards, I feel like, are kind of connecting me to the ethers and to like spiritual energy here with consciousness, surrender, peace. I do think that you should, whether it's through spirituality or a counselor of some kind, try to release this energy and find peace for yourself and build what you need. Create your own security and create your own your grounded security and home as best as you can, that nobody else can touch or take away from you. A stranger helped me. Oh my God, good. Yeah. I promise. I never did any. No, I know. This has nothing. I've been in therapy for many years. Good. He'd see the truth. He wouldn't hurt anyone. Yeah. This has nothing to do with you. This is all about his own behavior and energy, which you can't control. Let's see what else I have here. You know what? I'm going to pull some crystal energy. Let's pull some healing energy for you here. Over time, I think you will get an apology, but I don't think it's going to happen right away. And I think he's going to realize that you were actually right about a lot of things in life, looking back. But he needs to do the work. And yeah. Spirit, what other messages do you have for JD? Yeah, I mean, but that's the thing. I had to do my own thing because I was like, oh my God, you don't love me enough? Like you like me that little that you would do this? And it's like, no, they were just a pile of shit. You know what I mean? That's what it's about. It's about them being a pile of shit. Fluorite, natural beauty and authenticity. Be yourself as God made you, naturally attractive, lovable inside and out. Malachite, prosperity. There's a positive shift in your flow of divine support. Pray about it, surrender it, all you can do. Turquoise, spiritual path. Your true beliefs are becoming clearer to you, which prompt you to make necessary changes in life. Beautiful. I'm glad you're out of that tight situation, but yeah, surrendering this thing, because yeah, he needs a lot of help. this brother of yours. Trust me, been there, done that, got the t-shirt twice when it comes to brothers. Yikes. I don't know what the hell I signed up for in this life, but it wasn't pretty in the beginning. I'll tell you that. Yeah. I've been speaking with Jesus. Nice. Very nice. Okay. Let's see. Your next question is, let's do it. Your next question is, will I be offered my job back from GE? Hold on one second. I know there's a lot of crazy corporate stuff going on. All right. Will my former employee offer my career back? Or will I be sought out for a better career and income this year? I'm going to do a throwdown. So what that means is I'm just doing a different type of spread, but I'll use the same amount of cards. Let me see. Yeah. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Okay. So I'm just going to do it in a different, but I need to move Augustus. Hi, lover boy. I know, my sugar cube.
I'm so sorry, honeybee. I love you. You're a good boy, but I have to do a reading, okay? Okay, baby. Go get your sister. Go find sister.
Thanks for dealing with my cat lady ways. Okay, so our first question, so the first part of the reading is GE or better income and something else. GE. I just pulled out my malachite and fluorite. Oh my God, that's awesome. Yeah, fluorite, malachite is very powerful. Fluorite is an amazing stone. It's definitely more on the subtle side, which, in my opinion, which I love. I have a lot of fluorite. All right, Spirit, show me. Let's get into JD's career. Let's get into JD's career. Show me, is JD, is JD, will GE offer the career back? Will GE offer career back? Two of Cups. Will GE offer career back? Ugh. And then, or will I be sought out for a better career and income this year? Better career and income this year. Better career and income this year. I see you, there's a hesitancy to go somewhere else because I think you really like GE. GE was a really good fit for you. Why? I have the Two of Cups and the Lovers, and then we have the Ten of Wands. I don't know if there was a layoff due to circumstances. This caused a lot of anxiety. Nine of Swords. Again, entertainment purposes only. I'm just a cat lady on the internet. Here's what I'm seeing. I feel like you need to do what you need to do to make ends meet, right? So if logic is showing you that you have to go apply to other jobs or find something else, you know, don't, because of a tarot reading, like, don't put yourself in harm's way. But I kind of see you going back to GE. The Two of Cups and Lovers is very strong. With that, the Ten of Wands says that there's a challenge. So there was some type of challenge to where it became too burdensome, but I kind of feel like after a lot of anxiety and a little bit of burden, you end up going back there, or maybe you find another job at GE. So maybe it's not like the same exact job, but you go back to GE doing a similar thing after another job like opens. I would continue, I would look out for job postings at GE in general, and I wouldn't necessarily, you know, trust what people are saying. And when it comes to other things, like if you get to a point where you need to start making money and there's no movement with GE, this Four of Swords, it's like, I don't really want to go apply to other places. And Ten of Swords, like, I just feel like there's nothing really out there right now. Do what you need to do, but I think you're going to go back to GE. And let me see what else here. We have Three of Pentacles, and we also have, the Knight of Swords. Is there someone, let me scroll down. Is there someone that you are talking to that can reconnect you to your old job? Let me see. You know what? I'm gonna use the moon deck for the whole thing, actually. Spirit, show me what's gonna happen with GE. Show me what's gonna happen with GE. Fiery climax approaches. The energy is gaining momentum. A personal issue reaches resolution. We have this full moon in Aries energy. There could be something that you ask them for your job back, but they never... oh my God, I'm so sorry to hear that. What I would do is I would start reapplying at GE. So you lost the job after your dad passed. Make sure, I would call HR and make sure that you are you're rehirable. Or if you just, I don't know if you had to quit or what happened. Make sure you're rehirable. And I see you, because just by talking to someone, I wouldn't trust that. I would literally go on the website and reapply for stuff. But I feel like you may find your way back there. Spirit, show me about other organizations. Yeah, I have energy that's not relating to that, like a new romantic cycle begins, a time to give rather than take, you and your loved ones are safe. I think you're going to go back to GE, but I think you have to, they never answered. But go and look at their open job listings and just apply for stuff, and also call HR and make sure that you are rehirable. But I think you'll make it back to GE. Entertainment purposes only. Let's see what else we have for JD. Spirit, what else on the job market? I mean, GE is a good company too. Yeah, Saturn and Virgo in the 4th house. You need something that isn't super far away from you. And we have Saturn in the 4th house, which is talking about like the housing situation as well. When you lost housing, it's kind of highlighting that. So making sure that whatever you do next makes really, really good sense. So if you're like close to GE and that made sense, I feel like you could very well find your way back there. I think it could happen this year. But it's more than a conversation. You need to like apply and make sure that you're eligible for rehire. Oh my gosh, look who it is. It's because we're at the 2-hour mark. He's like, Mom, I've had enough. Hi, baby.
Hey, Will.
This is Willow. He's my Taurus baby. Hey, sugar, you can't have that. JD, I hope I was helpful for you today. I'm going to leave that with you in Spirit's blessing. Up next, I have Virgo for one more. Thank you so much. I think you're going back to GE.
Hi, Will. You're a good boy.
Oh my gosh, Virgo. Oh, we got the Taurus twins. Hold on, here comes Ember.
She's like, I'm going to do what my brother's doing, and I don't care. Hi, baby girl. I know. You're really cute.
Hey, baby. I know, you're cute. I know, you're really cute. All right, Virgo. Ember, we need to make a decision because you are not about to jump on all my decks. You're not about to jump on all my decks, honey. Oops. All right, Virgo. Okay. I know, sugar. I know. Okay. Virgo says, you're right about B. You know I was liking the attention he was giving me, but I won't screw it up. We work in different departments. Colleagues still being careful. Friendship is okay. Going to a single event next week at a museum. Ooh. Okay. I'm going to use the romance deck for this. I like this. And hopefully you can deal with Willow being here. Thank you so much. Awesome. I know. He's my largest. He's my largest boy. My largest baby. I know. No, not on my keyboard. Get. Go get your sister. Oh my gosh. Yeah, he's my baby. Okay. Oh yeah, Ember will, no, he's like me. He's like, I'm not getting on camera. But I've been on for 2 hours and 13 minutes, and he's like, can we please like do something else? Come on. Yeah, my cats are so sweet. Okay, okay, Virgo, let me get a little timestamp up here for you. Good luck, JD. Virgo. Ember screaming. Spirit, show me the energy for Virgo's museum singles event. I love this. Spirit just said you can't overdress. You can't be overdressed. So I say go full glam, baby. Full glam to this event. Spirit, show me. How is this singles event going to go? Ooh, Mrs. Mystery here. Knight of Wands. Oh, you're looking good, honey. You got options. King of Pentacles. Who else she got? Whoa! Oh, man. Okay, let's unpack this. You need to go to this event. Look good. You may want to wear a dress. I don't know if you're into sparkle. Maybe Virgos or not. But, like, I just see there's something glam. I'm seeing, like, a blue or, like, a navy blue dress. I don't know, honey. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing. Who are these men? We have a Knight of Wands, we have a King of Pentacles, and a Knight of Cups. you are getting the attention of a couple different people. What I will say is they are not all great options, but take your time, do your due diligence. The Two of Swords, you may, I think you're going to meet some people here. And the Two of Swords is like, I will have to make up my mind and choose where I want to go. But the Seven of Swords is one of these guys, I think, is a little bit of a player. And that will reveal itself relatively quickly, right? Because I just don't think that you want something that is stable and grounded. I have water signs, I have earth signs, I have fire signs. It really could be any sign here. Yeah, we have the Ten of Wands and Eight of Pentacles. Who is going to work for you? I would go into this thinking like, hello boys, like who is coming after you? And yeah, I see you meeting multiple people here. There are options. You come off a bit mysterious, extremely feminine with this moon energy. It's going to go well. The other thing is, befriend the women too. Because if your town is small, or, you know, whatever the scene is, wow, okay. Hold on one second. Yeah, so because if there's a guy out there who's a player, there may be someone pay attention to what the women are saying, because there could be a guy in the group that has a reputation. So make sure you're being friendly to everyone, because you may learn some information from the women there as well. What else do we have? I have Sun in Aquarius in the 7th house. This is more laser focused on which one of these options works for me. More and less of, you don't need to impress anybody, honey. You come in, you're the full package. You have a lot of great things going for you. You're educated, you have a great career, raising your kid, like doing your thing. And I think any of these guys would be lucky to even be able to take you on a date. And so who makes sense for you? Who's not a player? Who's not here to play around? If that's what you're looking for. And I think there's some good options here. King of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, maybe a little bit of romance, maybe someone else who really has their you-know-what together, that's looking for a good partner. Spirit, let me see what else. How is it going to go? How is it going to go? I definitely think you need to do this. Ooh, we have the moon twice. Luck. Yeah, there are guys there that are looking for, there are some good candidates who are really looking to meet a partner and not, but I do think there's one in particular, and someone there may even be like, yeah, this guy's a jerk. And so listen to them. Could even be like a fated thing. I'm really excited that you're doing this, getting yourself out there. How's it gonna go? Reconciliation. There might be someone there that you know, and I don't mean like a guy. There could be another female there. Maybe someone you went to school with. Maybe someone that you know of. It is safe for you to love, and chemistry. I think there's one particular person that you might really connect with or feel special about, but there may be an old friend or a colleague or someone there that you recognize that you reconnect with, which is interesting. But I'm going to leave that with you in Spirit's blessing. Virgo, thanks for getting a reading with me, and now I got to go cook dinner and call a bunch of people back. But I will see you guys in the next one. I don't know when I'm going to be on next, but it will be soon. It will be this week. I have, usually I try to go on Wednesdays, but I kind of overbooked myself on Wednesday, so I don't think I can come on Wednesday. And then, I'll be at the gym tomorrow, so I don't know when I'm going to do readings. But I'll be back soon. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.